Can one punch truly end it all? Let us look how one punch can change everything holds weight, showcasing the unpredictable power of 50 instantaneous knockouts in the world of combat. Number 50. Anthony Pettis versus Stephen Thompson. Before anyone could react, Anthony pulled off his career's most memorable moments by rushing forward and landing a perfectly timed Superman punch on Thompson's chin and making him collapse. Number 49. Sean O'Malley versus Eddie Wineland. In the opening minutes of round 1, O'Malley landed a beautiful straight right hand that caught his opponent on the chin that instantly knocked Eddie Wineland to sleep and was considered one of the top knockouts of the year. Number 48. Rich Franklin versus Nate Quarry. The shocking knockout of Nate Quarry by Rich Franklin is undoubtedly one of the finest. Once he readied himself for his opponent's timing, he slid in with a picture-perfect left hook, landing directly on Nate's chin to make him sleep. Number 47. Anthony Johnson versus Glover. When the fight barely had a chance to start before Anthony landed a massive uppercut that put Glover to sleep. 13 seconds was all it took for a deadly knockout. Number 46. Cody Garbrandt versus Rafaela Sansao. In the final seconds of a commanding round 2, Cody delivered a devastating right hook that instantly knocked his opponent out cold. The exact time it landed is recorded at 4 minutes and 59 seconds, beating the bell by a tiny fraction of a second. Number 45. Kamaru Usman versus Jorge Masvidal. Kamaru landing a powerful right hand that utterly knocked Masvidal down coldly granted, and it was obvious that Masvidal was out before those were delivered. Number 44. Rashad Evans versus Chuck Liddell. During the second round, Evans allowed Liddell to pressure him up against the cage, and when the Iceman attempted to catch him with an uppercut, he anticipated it firing back and delivered an overhand right that knocked Liddell to the ground. Number 43. Dan Henderson versus Michael Bisping. Henderson's decision to strike Bisping in the face with a flying forearm while he was on the ground after his devastating hydrogen bomb made the record-breaking incident a one-hitter. Number 42. Conor McGregor versus Paddy Doherty. One powerful punch from the notorious Conor made Paddy fall down to the canvas. Number 41. Francis Ngannou versus Alistair Overeem. Francis delivered the sharpest uppercut you'll ever see, knocking Alistair to the ground, and then attempted to engage him with a powerful strike from above. Number 40. Rocky Marciano versus Jersey Joe Walcott, topping it off with an unforgettable knockout by a hard-hitting Marciano. Marciano unleashed a stunning right hand that left Walcott hanging over the ropes. Number 39. Thomas Hearns vs. Roberto Duran. The beauty of Hearns' knockout lies in its brutal efficiency. His devastating straight hands, which he confidently predicted would end the fight in the second round, did, surprising Duran. Number 38. Jersey Joe Walcott versus Ezzard Charles. Walcott's impressive left hammer against Charles is testament to his tenacity. On his 5th title attempt, the oldest winner floored Charles, realizing his long-held dream of winning the title. Number 37. Carl Froch versus George Groves. Carl's one-punch right-hand knockout made Groves down to the floor. Number 36. Alexander Povetkin versus Dillian White. Russian veteran Povetkin showed off technique and power with a beautifully executed left uppercut, and this one punch crushed White's world title aspirations. Number 35. Ann Wolfe vs. Vonda Ward. Wolfe made history by knocking out the undefeated Ward. With a dominant right hand, she became the first female boxer to win 3 weight division titles. Number 34. Deontay Wilder versus Malik Scott. Wilder landed a superb left hand to Malik that made him crash to the floor. Number 33. Dillian White vs. Derek Chisora. His opponent's rematch featured a brief adrenaline rush in the 11th round. White's dominant left hand ended their argument for good, leaving no controversy. Number 32. Sugar Ray Robinson vs. Gene Fullmer. Robinson's left hook against Fullmer is one of the most renowned boxers in professional wrestling. Dubbed the perfect punch, it was Robinson's masterstroke, avenging an earlier defeat and cementing his legendary status. Number 31. Juan Manuel Marquez versus Manny Pacquiao. Mexican great Marquez ended his storied feud with Pacquiao with a flawless flush right hand on the approaching Filipino. Number 30. Sergio Martinez versus Paul Williams. Williams was knocked out cold by a powerful left hand from Martinez as payback for losing to Williams the year prior. Number 29. Manny Pacquiao versus Ricky Hatton. Pacquiao delivered a devastating left hand in the second round that was impossible to recover from. Number 28. Mike Tyson versus Henry Tillman. With only 13 seconds remaining in the first round, Mike dropped low and unleashed a powerful overhand right that left Tillman flat on the ground. Number 27. Julian Jackson versus Harold Graham. After the third round, the ringside doctor told Jackson that the fight would soon have to be stopped because Jackson's eyes were starting to close. Jackson's breathtaking right hook in the fourth round quickly knocked Graham down. Number 26. Canelo Alvarez versus Amir Khan. As the rounds went on, Canelo, clearly the stronger man, began to take the initiative. When he landed a clean shot in the sixth round, Khan's fight was gone. Number 25. Ricky Wyatt versus Janik Mezipovs. Janik throwed a front kick to which Ricky readed quickly and thrown a right hand with power. Number 24. Nick Webb versus Dave Allen. Webb got out to a decent start, but as time ran down in the fourth round, Allen landed a huge right hand that knocked Webb out and sent him into the ropes. Number 23. Deontay Wilder versus Dominic Breazeale. One of the most devastating right hands we've ever witnessed was unleashed by Wilder, completely dismantling a man who had previously shown a powerful chin. Number 22. Thomas Hearns versus Roberto Duran. Thomas knocked out Duran in the second round with a strong right hand to the face and got promised victory. Number 21. Antonio Tarver versus Roy Jones Jr. Jones comes in with a right and a left, and Tarver hits him with a left of his own counterpunch, knocking Jones' jaw straight to the ground. He is defeated. Number 20. Wilfred Benitez versus Maurice Hope. Wilfred Benitez, by hitting him by a right hand, breaks his jaws and he is done. He laid against the ropes and hits the floor. Number 19. Sugar Shane Mosley versus Ricardo May. Agora, Sugar Shane delivered a left hand to Ricardo's bottom chin and took him down. Number 18. Jones versus Serrano. Jones caught Serrano with a massive overhand right flush on the temple around the middle of the round. Number 17. Alexander versus Takalu. Takalo charged with a combination of punches, but Alexander landed a reflexive, deadly left hook to finish him off. Number 16. Tim Witherspoon versus Eklund. To position the enormous Swedish man for the right hand of all right hands, Tim popped 1, 2, and 3 jabs into his face. Number 15. Jackson versus Powell. Jackson defeated Powell with a counter right hook. As we previously stated, seek for the right hand. Number 14. Harrison versus Sprott. With his right shoulder injured and a certain points loss only 2 minutes away, Harrison began fighting with one hand in the fifth round. He then found a punch out of a million to send Sprott flying. Number 13. Mike Tyson versus Botha. Both fighters were ahead on all scorecards throughout the bout, until Tyson landed with a devastating right hand to end it. Number 12. Ben versus Chandler. With one of the quickest and most violent knockouts of his career, Nigel Benn makes a rapid statement once more. Number 11. Eubank versus Santos. After one punch and 20 seconds in the round, Santos went to the floor. Number 10. Powell versus Bundridge. Powell landed a left-handed one punch immediately and made Bundridge to the canvas. Number 9. Holyfield versus Douglas. When Douglas became off-balanced in striking, Holyfield landed a right hand to Douglas's face and knocked him out. Number 8. Gervonta Davis versus Rolando Romero. Gervonta landed a big super left-handed and down goes Romero to the floor. Number 7. Mark Hunt versus Roy Nelson. Hunt landed a huge, powerful left uppercut that sent Nelson crashing to the floor face first in the second round. Number 6. Anderson Silva versus Forrest Griffin. Silva sent Griffin to the canvas with a spectacular timed jab and made one of the best one-punch knockouts. Number 5. Cosmo Alexandra versus Sage Northcutt. Alexandra landed a brutal, powerful punch in the first minute of the first round which caused 8 fractures in Northcutt's skull and was taken to hospital. Number 4. Aung Lang Sang versus Ken Hasegawa. In the last round, Aung delivered a tremendous right uppercut that put Hasegawa to sleep and secured the KO of the Year Award 2018. Number 3. Korean Zombie versus Yair Rodriguez. When the Korean Zombie moved forward with strikes, Rodriguez ducked and delivered a reverse elbow right in the face with 1 second remaining in the fight that made one of the best knockouts. Number 2. Anthony Johnson versus Glover Teixeira. Anthony landed an explosive right uppercut to Glover's jaw, sending him down to the canvas with just 11 seconds into the first round. Number 1. Conor McGregor versus Jose Aldo. Conor landed an epic reflexive left hand stating precision and timing beats power. This was a 13-second knockout victory over Aldo for him, which made it into the history of UFC. In the realm of one-punch knockouts, they say, a single spark can start a prairie fire rings true, illustrating the immense impact a solitary strike can have in combat. Comment your views on this and your favorite moments from the video, share and subscribe if you like watching similar content.